Yeah. That's the one. Good morning. I'm definitely looking at myself in the camera. 3, 2. This might look like I have a lot of trash on my desk. And that is fair. And that is what I've been counting on for the past couple of weeks while I gathered all this stuff up. That Thomas would also think that this is a bunch of crap. You can see Alf's tail. It's probably not going to be in the video. As you might be able to tell, today I am making a book nook. This is one of Tom's Christmas presents. So Tom really likes sentimental kind of gifts, and that works great for me because I don't have a lot of money at the moment. So I'm doing some DIY stuff. My nose sounds blocked. So the plan is that, get this out of my pocket, really hurts. Okay. To make a book nook based on Tom's D&D character. His character is a vegan druid named Furion. What I have done is ordered a little miniature from a seller on Etsy. It's a druid talking to some squirrels. So Tom's character can definitely talk to animals. He loves animals, he lives in the forest. He's kind of a really gross, nature-loving guy. He's covered in moss and bugs all the time, kind of based on Radagast from The Hobbit. So, I had an initial idea where I would do like a door at the back of the book nook. So the idea is it's going to be a forest, like an enchanted sort of forest. And I was originally going to do a door at the back. Then I realized the scale is going to be way off because he's teeny tiny. What I have to do is make sure that the door is only about as tall as he would walk through. This is going to be my book nook base, which is a Christmas light box. We just got these out because it's nearly Christmas. So I'm going to like chop this at the end here, just cut one bit off. Oh, and this is cool because the lid's going to close, so that'll be great because I got a 3-meter pack of fairy lights from Kmart, and what I want to do is put fairy lights in the top, like the night sky, and then also I got some clear quartz somewhere around here, and I kind of want to put those on the base of the ground with fairy lights underneath them to kind of make them look like glowing rocks. I'm gonna do trees coming out the side and a tree house at the back. I've got these sponges that are like these like plant-based ones, and this sucks, they're so bad to clean with. There's like some sort of plant resin that they are fused with or something, like how they like hold it together, and all it does is leak resin type glue onto my pots and pans, and it was like it was so hard to get them off. But basically I've seen how you make moss is by grating up the sponge side, and so we'll make a moss covering on the floor, and then I want to use this compressed plant stuff to make the footpath going down the middle. And so the design is basically I want to have him sitting there talking to the squirrels in front of a fire, so it's going to be a nighttime scene. I originally wanted to get a tea light candle to make a little fireplace from a thing I had seen on Pinterest, and I drove 40 minutes to the Kmart that said they had them in stock and they didn't have any. So we're gonna see what we can do. Not used to talking this much. I have some Warhammer paints. I've got some foam boards because that seemed like a good idea. I got a little thing of Sculpey Clays that also like to try and make some little tiny mushrooms. I've got Mod Podge, and I have a bunch of like cardboard and paper scraps, McDonald's bags. So the idea with that is I'm probably going to try to do some like paper mache textures. And then the other thing we're probably going to do today is I finished a cross stitch. I got this really garbage print from the op shop for $5, and my plan is to maybe give this a very light sand and then paint this black and use this as the frame for the cross stitch that I made. So it's going to be a very, you can't just be like this. It's going to be a very crafty day. There's crap everywhere, so let's get started. Although that being said, I probably should show you what the design is. So, come on. Come on. So this was my original idea. So I'm going to attempt to do a fire using just fairy lights. I have no idea how I'm going to do that. And then this was the original door design that was going to be on the back. The scale is completely off because he's so little. So instead, that's a really bad sketch of what I think their house should look like at the back. So it's probably going to turn out nothing like any of this, but let's give it a go. The first thing I'm going to do is tidy up this print a little bit. There's a couple of little bits that just need a little zhuzh with a blade, and then we will get to priming this because this one needs to be primed before it can be painted. Okay, cool. Please don't tell anyone how I live. Ugh. Fuck, it's everywhere. Okay, I'm just gonna rotate that and get paint all over my hands. I probably shouldn't have the door open while I do this. Okay, we'll just get his back. Oh no, he fell over. Ah. No. Oh. Oh god, my ring's in there. Jesus Christ. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna leave that out there for a hot minute. Ugh. I have a feeling this is mostly going to be me doing thinky time. Oh, it's on an angle. Okay. Yes, it's on an angle. God damn it. Oh no. So, I'm going to start with cutting this open, I guess. I didn't even like look up what book nooks are meant to look like. I just don't have time for that. Okay, that's good. I do like the idea of the lid being able to be, you know, open and closed so I can put all the lights in it, and I think I need to stick like layers around this as well. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do, like, glue it down like this and then have the door able to be open and closed so that I can play around with it, but that won't really work for the trees. How do people normally do this? I'm just started and I'm already stuck. I think I'll go and collect my sticks and my quartz. That's the quartz. Sticks are out the front. I have sticks. Sticks in the mug. I don't really know where to start. Maybe I'll start with making the moss. So I'm gonna grab a bowl and a cheese grater. Look at this comically sized bowl. I don't have a smaller bowl that I am like comfortable to put paint into. Oh no, this is taking ages. Ah, loud. Okay, I've graded up this much. It's really not a lot. I'm scared I'm gonna breathe this in as well. And I've left some in like big chunks because I'm lazy. And it's everywhere. This, I was hoping I could like just rip this apart and make this the kind of like plant matting footpath in the middle, and it's really stuck together. So I'm gonna try pouring some boiling water on it. I also have to dye this like a darker green because this is way too bright. So they're all gonna get wet. They're all gonna get wet anyway, so then they can just have some time to dry. So I think I'll get this ready and then might get started on the base and the walls of the book nook. So I haven't felt like the Mod Podge has been really going far enough. Hello, it's editing me. Don't worry about my hair, I know I look different. Just wanted to jump in and provide some context. There's a clip missing, and what it is I was just working on putting some texture on the walls, and I had been trying to use Mod Podge with paper towel, and it wasn't working. That's it. But it just didn't make sense if I didn't do this. So, forget that you ever saw me like this. I have made up, using my handy dandy bowl, a batch of flour and water, which is from primary school days paper mache glue. So I'm gonna give that a go and see if that's any better. Do you know what? I'm gonna take my rings off first. Have some water. Tear these bad boys up. Thomas made fun of me for having these in my office, but look who's laughing now. McDonald's. Because they get free advertising. Here we go. That's a specific texture. This is such a weird Christmas present. Oh, I don't think I like it. It seemed like such a good idea when I started it. Okay, it's a fucking mess. Oh, what have I done? It's so bad. Because it's so wet. The whole thing's warping. Like, we got some texture happening. I don't know. I'm gonna let it dry and deal with this garbage and work on some other stuff. Ugh. I can't even turn off the camera. Hang on. Use my nose. Side quest time. I didn't even look at the camera. I made these cross stitch for Thomas. I got the pattern from this book. Oh, very shiny. It's been laminated. This is from the library. But super cute cross stitch pattern book, and I want to make more of them. It took way longer than I thought it would. And I thought about filming it for a video, and then I was like, wow, this is incredibly boring for someone to watch. Really nice to do. I listened to like, I don't know, 20 hours of Last Podcast on the Left, really caught up on their content, and sat in my armchair. I'm pointing and looking at the armchair. You can't really see it at all. So there's plenty more in here I'd like to do. This might be a book I'll actually... Oh, do you know what? So here's the thing. If I buy it, I won't make any more cross stitches. Whereas because it's a library book, I have a deadline to return it, so I had to finish it. I'd really like to do this one though. This is the Grimm. There's also this like Haunted Hearth one, the fireplace, which I love. Oh, see, okay. Now I'm back around full circle to I should probably buy this, because I think what would be a really cute wedding present to give to Thomas when we get married is this one. Together forever. I want it. Yeah, anyway. It needs an iron, and we're framing it, because if I don't frame it, it'll never get framed. It has to be a complete gift before I give it to him. So I have painted the frame. And cut to me painting the frame. It's like magic. And I went over it with a dry brush with way too much paint on there. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew that you're supposed to do a dry brush technique, but I didn't know what that was. Oop, put it down on some crumbs on the bench. I am really happy with how that's come out. I am going to iron this. I'm going to take it off the hottest temperature because that's probably a mistake. I don't know what fabric I have to put over it. I might grab some linen. Lovely op shop linen, soon to be corset. Probably been saying that for years. Not years. When did I come back from New Zealand? I've been saying that for months. I'm going to be so sad if I burn this or ruin it in any way. That would be devastating. This was hours of work. I really didn't think it would take that long. Like, I don't know why, but I thought I could smash it out in like a night or two. Lovely. Here we go. Looking fresh-ish. Backboard. I'll go from the back. I need some tape and scissors. I left the tape in the other room, of course. Whoops. That felt really weird on my foot. Oh, it's so pretty. It's finished. It's so pretty. That's better than I thought it would turn out, to be honest. I'm really excited to give this to him for Christmas, and I'm now really annoyed that Christmas is still like a month away. Or is it 3 weeks? It's 3 weeks away. Okay, I need to walk Alfie. Walk this boy. Who do I need to walk? This boy. Walk his time? What a good boy! Yeah! Yeah! Okay, yeah, I need to walk him. He's clearly excited about that. And then I'm gonna get back to the project. She, in fact, dear viewer, did not return to the project that night. So, it's nearly the afternoon. I had to do my taxes this morning. I had a bunch of stuff to do. I see you wondering about my hair. And I know what you're thinking. Did I just finish watching Netflix's series Wednesday last night? Yes. Is that my whole personality now? Yes. Did I, however, get paper mache glue in my hair yesterday? Also yes. I've had short hair for most of my adult life. I think it was about 1.5 years ago maybe that I decided to stop cutting my hair. So at the moment, all I've been doing is little snippy snips where I obsessively chop off my split ends. So I haven't had an actual haircut in a really long time. So it is actually getting longer. And so now it is long enough to do braids and long enough to get in everything. So why not do some braids? Where were we? The project, that's what we're doing. Where we're at. Oh my god, it looks so sad. So first of all, it did dry, but it dried like warped. Yeah, you can totally see that. Having now done the paper mache, I'm not sure that was worth it. I don't know that that texture has really achieved anything. To feel better about this project progressing, I really think I need to get more work done on this so this looks like more than just melty pancake batter on a cardboard box. Oh, also, these are drying up really nicely. This color is great. I am really happy with the color of the sponges that they went. And this is my like hay stuff for the path. So this I'm feeling good about. This is looking like a, you know, what am I looking for? This is looking like the stuff at the Warhammer shop. Does that help? That's probably the best I can say. So let's start with gluing stuff into the box, trying to reinforce that a bit to stop it from being so garbage looking, and priming that, and then figuring out how I'm going to get the forest happening a bit more, and also maybe drill the holes in for the lights to pop through for that Starry Night vibe. It's a lot to do this afternoon. Okay, break. This is my favorite face. Oh no, this is my favorite face. This is my favorite face. Say hi. What a good boy. What a good boy. Right, okay. First thing, this bad boy. He is a rather bad boy. That sounds creepy as. Why did I say that? Okay, that's barely coming up, but at least it's moving. It's all stuck together. Okay, alright, okay. Yeah, it does not look great. What are things meant to look like? I can't even remember. I don't know what to do about the fact that this is so warped. No one ever tells you that dioramas look really garbage right until they're finished. And again, no one ever talks to me about dioramas, so like, what am I on about? Is this a paintbrush or a glue paintbrush? That's a paint one. The glue one is out by the sink. I balked it. There you go. Whoops. So you're not going to be able to see this. What am I... One day we're going to figure out what these camera angles should be. I don't know whether it's... The trick is like having a second camera. So like... It's expensive enough to get this camera, thank you Thomas, for my birthday. Let alone getting a second more expensive camera. This one was not cheap. And it's specifically for bloggers, but it doesn't film for longer than 20 minutes. Panasonic? What's that about? There are so many people who were like, oh, I saw it coming. We did not see that coming. We do definitely. We do definitely, is I think what I was trying to say. We definitely do not have a hacksaw, but we do have second tiers. We're gonna prime. Oh, that's right, I have to tape this too. Okay. But this I feel could make some nice foresty vibes. You too. There. Okay, here we go. Oh. Oh, this feels dangerous. Oh, okay, if we rotate it. Yes! Let's glue in the way. There's just trash in the way as well. There is a bug in here. It's like a moss bug. Look at him go. Alright, I'm gonna put this guy outside. My neighbours are outside. I'm going to spray it with some primer, so hopefully it looks a little less trash, because at the moment, I'm not feeling good about this. Whoop. Oh, shit. Good thing rain isn't forecast for today. Alf's about to cry. There it is. What a good boy. This is what it looks like at the moment. It's so little. Like, this is just the dumbest thing ever. Why? Why did I think I could do it out of cardboard? I would really like this to have a tree house at the back, and I still don't know how I'm going to do that. But one thing I did want to do is I got some Sculpey clay and I want to try and make some teeny tiny mushrooms. So I'm going to give that a go. I think I'll go preheat the oven. What temperature should Sculpey be? Do not microwave. Do not overbake to avoid burning clay. Baking should be completed by an adult. No hornies. I don't know. I'm guessing that's Spanish. Oh, here we go. 130 degrees. This glows in the dark. Fuck yeah. The mushrooms might glow in the dark. Yes. Alright. Looks like cheese. So this is our first one. Oh, no. Oh, I broke that one. Oh, glue can probably fix that. Might have an in frame. Really need to vacuum down here. Don't look closely. I'm calling it. I can't be bothered waiting anymore, and I need to get started on the little fireplace thing. Okay, so what I did real quick, I grabbed some of this, which is a wax that I bought for wax carving for jewellery. I kind of just sort of ripped some off and rolled it up and twisted it a bit and made this little teeny tiny, if I cover my face, will it focus? This little teeny tiny shape. Have a look at this. Whoop. Whoop. Oh man, that's wobbly. Look at it. Once I have turned that base into rocks, I might also put some logs on there so it looks more like a fire. Okay, it's coming together. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be a thing. Just you wait. Just you wait. Don't rush me. How come no one told me how fun polymer clay is? Look at this. Look at that little tiny fucking mushroom. Oh, I need to not swear. I'm going to use some of the Citadel plastic glue to try and glue the tops back on a couple of these that broke off or like they weren't in the quite right position from baking. So cheap, can't buy new blue tack. There we go. Can you see them? See the tiny one? Teeny tiny. Are these not the cutest things ever? Look at the teeny tiny mushrooms. Look at the teeny tiny puppy. Look at the alarm going off. God, everything's happening. Okay, so I know this isn't what his house is in the movie, but I found this on Tumblr and I just had to. So I went with the tree house design instead of a tree house design. You know what I mean? So anyway, got to work on making that out of the polymer clay and it was really fun. Also, I don't know how to turn that up the right way. Also, the recording of me actually making this part, it didn't work. But I had this great idea where instead of using those little button windows, I would cut out holes and then put lights behind it so that it looks like it's lit up at night. Also by now, I figured out how to actually turn the video around the right way with rotation, but it looks really upsetting if I put this around the other way. I look like the Theranos lady when I wear this. Forbes. I don't know if it was Forbes or like Time or something like that. This is not the best looking tree. It kind of looks like a creepy little hand, like ran. Today I need to get this looking better. So I want to do like a vague forest scene. What I'm thinking is I'm going to cut out some like tree shapes from the foam, just like long tree shapes, and put them across the walls, paint them, and I'm also thinking with these cool guys, cut them down to smaller, but have them kind of coming across the top. Christmas is 2 weeks away, and this is clearly taking a while. I'm sure that if anyone ever sees this, they're going to be screaming at me. Go and get a hot glue gun. I don't own a hot glue gun. And also, I don't know how to use them. I agree though, this looks really janky.
Let dry 2 hours before continuing. Absolutely not.
Is there a quicker glue? You know what, I might do double-sided tape.
Oh, that's satisfying. Look at that. It gives me painting Woody's shoe vibes. Look how cute it is! It's not actually that shiny. I used the Black Citadel paint to kind of do some weathering along the bottom and stuff and add some darkness around all of the details. It's got this nice rendered look. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Also, I then started painting a bit of the green for the gaps in between the trees. They're fine. They're holding on fine. Double-sided tape, also fine. I'm going to keep painting this. Hopefully the battery lasts a bit longer this time. Alright, let's get into it. Ugh, it's cold water. I forgot to get my hot water. I know this is a present for Thomas, but this is mostly a present for me. I was trying to make this look like a galaxy with the lilac and the blue, and I'm not sure it looks like anything. Okay, so that's what we're working with now. I'm going to leave this to dry for a bit. Hopefully that house is actually stuck there. And I might have a little look at the fireplace. Where is he? Where is he? No, not Thomas. Where are you? Alpha, I was talking to you. You a good boy? Is he a good boy? Good boy, Alfie. What a good boy. Hello. Okay, no pats. All right. Wow. Alright, let's get to painting miniatures. This is my Friday night. I'm 32. Hello. I apologize if this is not in the view of the camera because I can't tell while I've got these on. Oh, it's okay, Alfie. Alfie, it's chill time. Alfmouth, we're having relaxers now. I'm literally painting a 3D printed squirrel. I have this wool fiber stuff. Like, it's a really nice dark blue, but I was like, this will be perfect for doing some leaf kind of foliage stuff. And I thought, well, I'll just paint them green. So I tried putting acrylic paint with water into a cup, and all that did was make it really crunchy and still blue. Oh my god, you sneezed on my ankle! Thank you! And then I was like, okay, well, that didn't work, so what I did was I dipped them into a whole bunch of green food dye. And so what we've got now is these really, like, gross... There we go, that gives you an idea of the colour. And it's all gross and manky, got chunks of paint on it, but it's a good colour. Oh, and it's leaving green on my hands, good. And then I realised, maybe I should just check my wool bag again. And I have green wool. I'm going to use a tiny bit of it, I think, to try and make some mossy foliage stuff. I'm such an idiot. What a good boy. What you got? You got cardboard in your mouth. It's been a slow day work-wise. Oh, he wants to play. What you doing? Get it. Oh, good job. Good job. Get it. Oh. Oh, you want treasures just for playing? What have we got? You want this one? Good boy. Anyway, so back to work. I put a little blue ring around the bottom of the mushrooms. Is it going to focus? Autofocus. Anyway, I put a little blue tinge around the bottom of the mushrooms, and they look. I'm really happy with them. Onto my focus face. So yeah, that's the little mushroom. Yeah, I think I'll just have to drill some holes for the mushrooms so they can go in a little bit. Check this out. Haha! Look at the little fire. Oh, and here's a little update on him. Done most of the painting on him. He's supposed to have bugs on him and stuff, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on him and stick some moss and stuff on him, on his head and on his shoulders. I'm gonna get to work trying to put the lights through the holes. So I did get along with, that's not correct English. So I did get on with putting the lights in, and I put the moss on Furion, and then I also decided to just finish the project because I figure you've probably had enough of me talking to the camera, so I should just wrap it up. Oh gosh, I'm so sick of how much I say I also, I don't mean to do it. I also don't mean to say like so much. How do I not say like so much? Does anyone know how to fix this? Because I don't know how to stop saying and like about 5 times per sentence. Oh, okay, hang on, we're right at the reveal. Shh. So that's it. It's been a while. It's now past Christmas, so I have given Thomas his book Nook. I've done a couple of things since I left it off. I ended up getting in touch with the Dungeon Master for Tom's Dungeons & Dragons game. And so she badgered him while he was out at his Christmas party for work to try and find out what the name of his home is. Thank God it was actually a forest. So we ended up landing on the name of Oak Forest. So before I finished, I made the little sign out of polymer clay, added some little wood grain texture and tried to kind of weather it a little bit, and I'm honestly really happy with how it came out. I'm still finding green food dye all over my desk. Every time I wipe it, more green food dye comes up. So I wouldn't recommend that at all. Just use green wool that you already owned. That would have been a better way to do it. There's a few things I love and there's a few things I don't love. Would not recommend doing the paper mache and then painting it. That was just incredibly tedious trying to get all of the gaps. I think there's still some that I missed. Also putting the foam trees on there, terrible idea as well. Some of them buckled and are like sticking out from the sides. And so you can see behind them that it's green. So I should have, if I was going to put the trees on, they should have gone after I painted everything green. The twigs to be the forest came out better than I expected. And the footbath came out okay with the sponge. And the moss, okay. Like it was fine. I don't love how the moss turned out. It's very chunky. That was really difficult to grate, so I don't know, I probably wouldn't do that again. I love how the crystals came out. I think they look really fun, and I think my absolute favorite thing is the fire. Like, I think the glow is kind of yellow like a fire, which is really nice. Overall, hella fun. Would recommend. That's kind of it. I should do like an outro thing, but people stop watching after you start doing the outro, but I guess the thing would be more crafty projects coming soon, so come hang out. Yeah. Finger guns. You just gotta push right in, do ya? That's where you gotta be? You gotta be right next to me? You're such a cute boy. You're such a good boy. Bye! I'm snacky. I want chocolate. Okay, I'm gonna get into it. Go away. Don't go away. Stay here, please. Ah! It looks so sad. My fucking came up. I hope I was recording the audio because I don't want to do that again.